Guys, today we're going to be pruning climbing roses. This is my iceberg rose. This isn't the first one we're going to do. I did a video last year and showed you how wonderful a hard prune made such a difference in the bloom of my climbing roses. And so that's what we're going to do today. But I'm going to start with the Zephyr and Drew, and I only have 2 climbing roses. And this one's probably going to be easier for Reg to see because it's just going to be a repeat on the iceberg rose, what I'm going to do here. And I'll show you what I'm using today. I'm going to be using, you want to have a nice protective glove to protect your hands against thorns and everything else. So I have these. Also for tying back, you can have your choice. I have used just green twine and it can last a season, but I'm trying to replace everything with this flexible tie. I'm almost out of it. Thank goodness Reg's going to Lowe's today. He'll buy me another pack. I'm going to just be using hand pruners, and that's it. Because of the hard prune I did last year, and I recommend, you know, once you learn to prune your climbing roses, they flourish. And I had never taken any time. I had just had my Zephyr and Druin and let her go willy-nilly, and now I have a form going to her. And I'll explain to you what happens here. When you have your climbing roses, you check your main canes. You have main canes and lateral canes. Main canes are what come right out of the ground. We have 2 main canes on Zephyr and Druin, and then your lateral canes are the canes that come off of your main canes where the blooms come from. And you want your blooms all to be, your lateral canes to be going upward. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut back all of these lateral canes to either 2 buds or 5 buds, and they'll bloom from there. You, in the process of cutting these back, anything that's dead you want to cut off, anything that's diseased you want to cut off, anything that's damaged, crossing. And with a climbing rose, you can have it, the form I want with my climbing rose, particularly this one against this fence, I want right and left blooms. And by keeping all the laterals cut back to 2 or 5 buds, your blooms stay compact and the whole bush is beautiful. Climbing roses, you can use a zigzag form. Like right here, I'm trying to get this to zigzag up and through. They say even you can have it do a circular motion, but both of my climbing roses are on trellises and a fence, and I want them just accenting this black fence. So let's get started. The main canes look good from the bottom. I don't need to cut anything off of here, but anything coming out towards me is going to come off. And then we're going to take this down to 2 buds or 5 buds. Anything less than a pencil, that's going to come off right here against. But for example, on this lateral cane, here's a bud. We're going to let that one go. I'm just going to cut a 1/4 inch above this bud, right like that. I'll pick all of these up. That's pretty spindly. I'm going to take this off right here. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to come above this bud, take that back. I'm going to come above this one right here, about a 1/4 inch above a bud. Anything coming straight out at me, I'm going to take this off. This looks dead. You can see how this doesn't look very, that's coming off. And then that looks good. I'm going to cut that one back to 2. I'm just going to take that one off. And I'm going to cut this right there for now. Take that one off. Okay, there's my pile here. I'm going to go up here to this bud and 1/4 inch. I'm leaving this one alone. I want it to go through the fence. This one here, I'm going to come up to right about here. Take all of that off. So once you get going and you can see where the buds are, I'm going to go to this looks about 3. Then they'll just flush out. Anything, this is behind the bush, it's coming off. Anything that looks crowded, I can't tell about this. This doesn't
looks
look,
a little dead.
This looks dead. Oh, it is dead. So we're going clear back to there.
That's a drastic cut there.
That
honey.
is well, but it was dead. Let's come on out here. And I'm going to take that off. It's going down. And this one's coming down. Anything coming down, I'm going to take off. All right. So 2 to 5 buds, that's yours to decide. 1, 2, I'm going to take mine right here. And this will clean up on Carol's side of the fence too. It's important, you know, if we own fences, and I'm going to be power washing the back side of the fence, it's important to realize what your neighbor has to look at and be considerate. I have crossing branches here, Reg.
What?
Where are you?
Wait, here. I'm over here.
Okay.
Try not to step on anything.
No. See how these two are crossing over? I'm going to take. Yeah, let's get rid of that. It's not going to do me any good. It's too tight. Let's get that out of there. Okay. This doesn't look real healthy.
No, it doesn't look healthy.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take that branch right there out. And now's the time to be trimming your roses in March. End of February, March. Yeah, I'm going up to 3 buds.
Yeah, I said this the other day when it all looks so drastic.
Yeah, but I have pictures of last year's before and how it was down to skeleton, and then how it bloomed in May. It was absolutely beautiful. But we've got to get this. It's your choice. You can always come back in the spring and 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cut this back here and readjust after the first bloom. These will bloom in May, and I will put pictures up as to how nice it looked. That out of here. You really can't make a mistake once we get these fertilized. And I'm going to wait a couple more weeks before I fertilize everything. Let the ground warm up a little bit. That's not a healthy looking. Would you look at that?
Well, now it all looks like you just got a stick.
And that's how it's supposed to look.
Okay.
That's how I want it to look. Just like it has a stick. Leave that. Because it'll come back stronger, healthier, more vigorous. Wow. Did I make short work of that? I think I did. Oh, let me go ahead and take this. Right about there. All right. So that's the Zephyr and Druin rose. And I don't need to adjust any of the main canes. They all seem stable. So let's go start on the iceberg rose, and then we'll just finish that up. And I'll take another photo. I'll meet you at the iceberg rose, Reg. The same thing with this rose. You know, I just got to start. This branch has to come off. It doesn't look healthy. It's coming straight at me. Those are coming off. Coming up to the second bud.
But they seem to be going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Is that right?
From the prune. Oh, yeah. You want your lateral branches. You want all of these going straight up. Going up. Because all your blooms will go up and be beautiful. I'm cutting that one back. Yeah, the size of a pencil.
That one directly in front of you.
This one?
Yeah. I mean, look at the shoots coming off. One looks brown or black.
Yeah, this looks dead. And this one's going straight up. I'm going to take that off.
It's a big one.
I know. Oops.
But look at these. Look what I was saying.
Yeah, it's dead. We had a lot more dead
more dead than live.
Yeah. And so now it'll allow for a healthier, it's like this right here. I'm going to see what happens this spring on this lateral branch if it survives. But this one's going forward. Anything that's going out towards me straight out is coming off. I think I cut my lip.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to keep doing the same thing that I did on the Zephyr Druin. Everything's going to 2 to 5 buds. And then we'll come back. It's just repeat, repeat. See you soon. So what did that take, Reg?
I don't know, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, 3 or
5
4
minutes tops.
I mean, once you do a hard prune, like my first one was last year, then you have an idea, and now it's ready to go. So the last thing I'm going to do is I do want to replace, because I didn't have, I just didn't take the time last year to use this flexible tie, but I'm going to go ahead and use my flexible tie. And even though it looks a shocking green against this black fence, once it leaves out, we won't notice it. So I'm going to replace that. You want to make certain you do that with your lateral canes. Tie them back so you can see what you want. And on this one, I want all of my blooms to go more to the right to the left, mainly because we have shade from that lilac tree when it's in bloom. And I want to soften my compost pile for poor Carol. The other thing you want to remember is you want to go and rake out if there were any leaves left from the season, because I get black spots. I get, at the end of season, I quit just taking care of those leaves. They get so ugly. But clean all that out of your soil, weed, and then, like I said, I will fertilize this in the next couple weeks. That's a great job, and it's so beautiful. What I'm going to do, I've got some deer fence. I'm going to spray everything. I'm going to weed because to get those weeds out the ground to soil. Thanks for watching Pruning the Roses, Gardening on the Westbrook Zone 6. We'll see you the next one. Bye.